Hello everybody. In this session, in this video, I am going to explain the differences between algorithm and flowchart, the differences between algorithm and flowchart, and languages and languages. What is a language and the types of languages, low level language, high level language, machine language, and the advantages of high level languages and language translators. So in the previous class I have explained I have explained what is a flowchart and what are the symbols used in flowcharts. What is a flowchart and the symbols used in flowcharts. What is a flowchart and the symbols used in flowcharts. So here, before that, we need to understand, I have already explained that one algorithm. I have already explained that one algorithm. So what is an algorithm and flowchart? In implementing a solution with the help of the computer, in implementing a solution with the help of the computer, in implementing a solution with the help of the computer, we need to write a set of instruction. It means a program that can be understandable by the computer, the computer languages. So to write a program, the computer language, before that we have to write an algorithm. Before that we have to write an algorithm. So the algorithm is a step-by-step process. The algorithm is a step-by-step process. The algorithm is a step-by-step process in a simple English language. In a simple English language, written in a simple words. It does not belongs to any programming language. It does not belongs to any programming language. It is a language independent. It is a language independent. The algorithm is a language independent. The algorithm is a language independent. The algorithm is a language independent. Then the algorithm is in a written form. The flowchart is a pictorial form. The algorithm is a written form and the flowchart is a pictorial representation or diagrammatical representation. Pictorial representation or diagrammatical representation. And we have seen some of the symbols, some of the diagrams or symbols that are used to draw the flowcharts. Flow line symbol, flow symbol or flow line symbol or arrow mark, and input start symbol. That symbol is used to for start and stop purpose. That one, that only one for both purpose, to show the start of the algorithm and to show the end of the algorithm, that is stop or end process. And next one, input. This is also for both, the symbol for input as well as output. Input as well as output. This is for both input as well as output purpose. And process symbol to show the process movement, process. And then next, decision symbol, off page connector, on page connector, sub program procedures. Like that we have seen all the symbols that are used in developing or writing flowcharts. Here in this class, in this session, I will clearly explain the differences between the algorithm and a flowchart. The differences between the algorithm and flowchart. So here a flowchart, the main difference, a flowchart is a diagrammatical representation. A flowchart is a diagrammatical representation. A flowchart is a diagrammatical representation. A algorithm is a pictorial representation. A algorithm is a algorithm is a written version. Flowchart is a pictorial or diagrammatical representation, but an algorithm is a written form, in a simple English, a written form. So here some of the differences, differentiate algorithm and flowchart. A flowchart is a graphical representation of the steps a program takes to process data. In this we can use several diagrammatic patterns to illustrate. An algorithm is a procedure or set of rules that defines how a program is to be executed. Or we can say that it is a set of instructions for solving a well-defined computational problem. Here the flowchart and algorithm. Flowchart is a graphical representation of the steps a program takes to process the data. Okay, so flowchart is a diagrammatical, graphical representation, diagrammatical representation of the steps a program takes to process the data. So here in this we use several pictures, diagrammatical, geometric patterns, pictures. But an algorithm is a procedure or set of rules that defines how a program is to be executed. And complexity, it is easy to design and also very user friendly. A flowchart is a easy to design and also very user friendly. So an algorithm is a comparatively difficult to create and also a bit challenging to be understood by a layman. So here, in case of this algorithm, it requires some of the knowledge in English is compulsory. It requires some of the knowledge in English is compulsory because the algorithm is in a written form. The algorithm is in a written form. The algorithm is in a written form. So it requires some knowledge. But in the algorithm, but flowchart is a picture. Here we need to remember the pictures, the diagrams. Here we need to remember the pictures or diagrams to draw the flowcharts. To draw the flowcharts. Here we require some diagrams, some charts to draw the flowcharts. To draw the flow charts. But algorithm is requires written skills. Written skills. Okay. Then next, it utilizes different types of geographical shapes, symbols, and patterns. The flowchart uses different types of symbols, different types of diagrams. The flowcharts, it's a it is a use of the flowchart is with the help of diagrams and charts. An algorithm does not include any set of pictures. An algorithm doesn't include any picture or any diagram. An algorithm does not include or does not accept any picture, any diagram, any picture, any diagram or any picture, any diagram or any picture. But the flowchart uses some symbols. Scope of usage. A flowchart can be used in different disciplines to describe a process. A flowchart can be used in different disciplines to describe a process. Algorithms are used in the domain of mathematics and computer science. A flowchart can be used. A flowchart can be used in different disciplines to describe a process. A flowchart can be used in different disciplines to describe a process. Algorithms are used in the domain of mathematics and computer science. Algorithms are used in the domain of mathematics, mathematics and computer science. A flowchart can be used in different disciplines to describe a process. Algorithms are used in the domain of mathematics and computer science. In the similar use, a flowchart is used in documenting, designing and analyzing a program in different disciplines. In different disciplines. Flowchart, flowchart is used in documenting, a flowchart is used in documenting, designing and analyzing a program in different disciplines. An algorithm is used to represent the concept of decidability. Okay, so here in all these parameters, if you observe all these parameters, that is description, complexity, geogrammatical diagrams, scope of usage and use. By comparing all these parameters, description, complexity, geogrammatical diagrams, scope of usage and use. Description, complexity, diagrammatical diagrams, scope of usage and use. These are the differences between flowcharts and algorithm. In a general, in a common manner, in a general thing, in a general difference, that is, algorithm is a written form, flowchart is a pictorial form. Algorithm is a written form, flowchart is a picture form, pictorial form. So here, in case of the parameter, users, debugging, implementation, branching and looping, solution. Users, debugging, implementation, branching and looping, and solution. A flowchart doesn't demand the knowledge of a computer programming language. An algorithm demands the knowledge of a computer programming language. It is easy to debug the errors in flowcharts. It is difficult to debug the errors in algorithms. In flowcharts, no rules are used. In algorithm, predefined rules are used. Simple to display branching and looping, hard to display branching and looping. In a flowchart, the solution is represented in a graphical format. In an algorithm, the solution presented in a non. It is a step-by-step process in simple words. An algorithm is a step-by-step process in simple words, but flowchart is a diagrammatical representation. A flowchart is a diagrammatical representation. It is in a written form, it is in a pictorial form, it is easy to write, it is easy to understand. The algorithm is easy to write and the flowchart is easy to understand. And the algorithm is like a plan of steps and the flowchart is a diagrammatical execution of a problem. So in case of the parameter users, a flowchart doesn't demand the knowledge of computer programming language. Okay. So in case of users parameter, a flowchart doesn't demand the knowledge of a computer programming language, but an algorithm demands the knowledge of a computer programming language. But an algorithm demands the knowledge of a computer programming language. Computer programming language. In case of parameter debugging, it is easy to debug the errors in flowcharts. It is difficult to debug the errors in algorithms. It is easy to debug the errors in flowcharts and it is difficult to debug the errors in algorithms. So, in case of this implementation in flowcharts, no rules are used. In case of algorithms, predefined rules are used. Okay, branching. So branching and looping, simple to display, branching and looping, hard to display, branching and looping in case of this algorithms. In case of this algorithms. Solution. In a flowchart, the solution is represented in graphical format. In algorithm, the solution is represented in non-computer language. So next, coming to this languages, coming to the side of this languages. So the languages are, what do you mean by a language? It's a communication system which consists of alphabets, rules to exchange the views or ideas among people. So before going into this language, computer language, so what do you mean by a language? Before going to this computer language, what do you mean by a language? What do you mean by a language? So a language is a set of instructions. It consists of alphabets, rules to exchange the views and information among the people. So the computer programming languages or computer languages are broadly classified into high level, low level, and high level and low level languages. And machine assembly language is also there. High level language, general like English languages, low level language, that is the machine language, and in between them there is an assembly language is also there. In between them there is a assembly language is also there. There is a assembly language is also there in between. So here the computer language, it is a language which is used to set which is used to execute a set of instructions to perform a predefined task for solving a problem with the help of computer. Here the computer languages, here the computer languages, it is a language or the computer language is used to execute a set of instructions. The computer language is used to execute a set of instructions. The computer language is used to execute a set of instructions to perform a predefined task for solving a problem with the help of the computer. For solving a problem with the help of the computer. For solving a problem with the help of the computer. The computer languages are classified into high level languages and low level languages. The computer languages are classified into high level languages and low level languages. The computer languages are classified into high level languages and low level languages. So what do you mean by this high level language? A computer program is a list of instructions that enables that enable a computer to perform a specific task. A computer program is a list of instructions that enable a computer to perform a specific task. A computer program is a list of instructions that enable a computer to perform a specific task. Computer programs can be written in high level and low level languages depending upon the task and the hardware being used. So here the high level languages. So before that high level languages, I will explain the concept of low level language and assembly language. The concept of low level language and assembly language. So here the low level languages, it is a language which is understood by the machine directly. It is a language, a low level language is a language which is understood by the machine directly. Low level languages are used to write programs that relate to the specific architecture and hardware of a particular type of computer. They are closer to the native language of a computer binary, making them hardware for programmer to understand. So here the low level language is also called as binary language or machine language. The low level language is also called as binary language and machine language. The low level language is also called as binary language and machine language. It is in the form of zeros and ones. It's a native language of a computer. A computer can understand directly the instructions which are written, the instructions which are written in the low level languages. A computer can directly understand it. The languages, the instructions which are written in the instructions which are written in low level languages, that is binary language, that a computer understands it directly. These are related the programs, these languages are used to write programs that relate to the specific architecture and hardware of a particular type of computer. So the examples of low level language are machine language and assembly language. Machine language and assembly language. Machine language and assembly language. So what is an assembly language? What is an assembly language? What is an assembly language? Few programmers write programs in low-level assembly language, but it is still used for developing code for specific hardware such as device drivers. Assembly language is a language. This language, the assembly language or this language is used to write the instructions. The assembly language is used to write the instructions or write the code to develop specific or specialistic to particular hardware. For example, device drivers. For example, device drivers. It is easy distinguishable from a high-level language as it contains few recognizable human words but plenty of mnemonic code. It is easy distinguishable. It is easy distinguishable from a high-level language. It is easy distinguishable from a high-level language as it contains few recognizable. It is easy distinguishable from a high-level language as it contains few recognizable human words but plenty of mnemonic code. But plenty of mnemonic code. It means that it means that it uses some mnemonics. Some mnemonics. It uses some mnemonics to develop the instructions, to write the instructions in assembly language. In assembly language. Assembly language is one of the assembly language is one of the examples of low level languages. The low level languages are specific to the native language, native language, that is native language of a computer. These two are comes under machine language and assembly language. Machine language and assembly language. These two comes under the low level language part. So in the assembly language there are some mnemonics. There are some mnemonics to write the code. There are some mnemonics to write the code in assembly language. Assembly language, there are some mnemonics to write the code. And then advantages can make use of a special hardware or special machine dependent instructions. It can make use of special hardware or special machine dependent instructions. Examples on the specific chip. Examples on the specific chip. It can use it can make use of special hardware or special machine dependent instructions. Examples on the specific chip. Translated program requires less memory. Translated program requires less memory. Translated program requires less memory. Write code that can be executed faster. Total control over the code. Can work directly on memory locations. The advantages of assembly language: it can make use of special hardware or special machine dependent instructions. Special hardware or special machine dependent instructions. Examples on the specific chip. On the specific chip. Translated program requires less memory. Translated program requires less memory. Write code that can be executed faster. Write code that can be executed faster. Total control over the code. Total control over the code. Can work directly on memory locations. Can work directly on memory locations. Can work directly on memory locations. These are the advantages. Then go to this high level language. A computer program is a list of instructions. So why? Because I have explained first low level languages and then high level languages means. So here whatever the instruction we write in the high level languages are user friendly languages. High level languages are the user friendly languages. These are the user-friendly languages. High-level languages are user-friendly languages. It is easy to understand and easy to write the code for a programmer. So here the computer understands only machine language. The problem with the computer is the problem with the machine, that is the computer, is the computer understands only machine language. The computer understands only machine language. The computer understands only machine language. But a user is very difficult. A user feel very difficult, but a user cannot write instructions in the machine language. And the high level languages, after that, in the olden days when the computer was invented, the people who uses the computer need to learn this machine language instructions. But it is very difficult in olden days also, right now also, to write the instructions in machine language. To write the instructions in machine language. To write the instructions in machine language. But the computer is a device. It is developed to all the sections, all people, all the people who are living in the society, and all the section of people who are living in the society, all people who are living in the society, all the people who are living in the society. All the people who are living in the society. It was so that, but in the machine language or low level language, it is difficult to write the code. For that purpose, the high level languages were introduced. Compared to this low level language and assembly language, a high level language is easy to understand and write the code. But here the problem is a user or a programmer can only write and understand the code which is written which is written in the which is written in the high level programming language. But a machine but a machine understands only but a machine understands only a low level language, that is machine language, that is called zeros and ones. That is called zeros and ones. Right from the computer was invented to till date, the computer can understand only the machine language, that is zeros and ones. The machine can understand only zeros and ones. For that purpose, there is a program, that is a language translator. The language translator converts the program written in high level language to machine language, vice versa. High level language to machine language, vice versa. A computer program is a list of instructions that enables a computer to perform a specific task. A computer program can be written in high and low level languages depending upon the task. So high level languages. Now I want to explain about this high level language. So the machine language or the low level language is the code that is in the form of zeros and ones. It is very difficult to understand and to write a program. And assembly language uses some special symbols that is called mnemonics, that is especially for the code which is relevant to the specific architecture. And the assembly languages instructions are used to develop the drivers device drivers. The high level languages are user friendly programming languages. It is just like similar English language. It is just like a similar English language. So anybody can easily learn these high level languages. Anybody can learn these high level languages. High level languages are written in a form that is close to our human language, enabling to programmer to just focus on the problem being solved. No particular knowledge of the hardware is needed, as high level languages create programs that are portable and not tied to a particular computer or microchip. These programmer friendly languages called high level, as they are far removed from the machine code instruction understood by the computer. So here the high level languages, in a simple words, in a simple terminology, the high level languages is just like English language, easy to understand and write the code to a program. The high level languages is easy to understand and write the code to a program. These are the languages like C, Fortran, Basic. These languages include C, C++, Java, Pascal. Okay, these are all comes under high level languages. Now the languages, what languages we are seeing in the market, all are comes under this high level languages. So these are the examples. It includes C, C++, Java, Pascal, Visual Basic, and everything, and all the languages are all comes under this high level languages. So the high level languages are user friendly languages. User friendly languages. The high level languages are user friendly languages. Easier to modify. The advantages of high level language are easier to modify as it uses English like statements. Easier or faster to write code as it uses English like statements. Easier to debug during development due to English like statements. Portable code not designed to run on just one type of machine. It is easier to write the code, easier to modify the code. It is easier to modify as it uses English like statements. Easier, faster to write code as it uses English like statements. Easier to debug during development due to English like statements. Portable code not designed to run on just one type of machine. Not designed to run just one type of machine. Here the high level language advantages here. It is very easy to understand. It is very easy to understand. The high level language is very easy to understand. It is just like similar English language. It is just like similar English language. Similar English language. And the low level language I have already explained to you. It is nothing but native code of the computer. It is the native code of the computer. It means that the instructions that are written in zeros and ones form. Zeros and ones form. Difference between high level and low level language. It can be considered as a programmer friendly language. It is considered as a machine friendly language. It requires a compiler or interpreter to be translated into machine code. It requires an assembler that will translate instructions. It can be ported from one location to another location. It is not portable. It is easy to understand. It is difficult to understand. It is easy to debug. It is difficult to debug. It is less memory efficient. It consumes more memory in comparison to low level language. It consumes less memory. It consumes less memory. It can be considered as programmer friendly language. It can be considered as programmer friendly language. So the main advantage of high level language over the low level language is the main advantage of high level language over low level language is it is a user friendly, programmer friendly. It is just like similar English statements. It is just like similar English statements. It is a machine friendly. The low level language is a machine friendly because it is written in the form of machine code, native code. It can be directly understood by a machine. The machine language or the low level language can be directly understood by a machine. Can be directly understood by a machine. But the high level languages need some language translator. The high level language requires or needs some language translator to convert this into low level language, machine language. So in order to execute the instructions which are written in the high level languages, it requires some language translators. It requires a special program called language translator to convert this into machine code, native code. High level languages are easy to understand, but the low level languages are very difficult to understand. High level languages are easy to understand, the low level languages are very difficult to understand. And the high level language is easy to debug, easy to debug. The low level language is difficult to debug. The high level languages are easy to debug and the low level languages are difficult to debug. It is less memory efficient. It is less memory efficient. It is less memory efficient. It consumes more memory to execute the instruction. But the low level language consumes less memory instruction. So these are the differences between high level and low level languages. So in this session, I have clearly explained what is a computer language and what are the different types of languages. Before that, I have clearly explained the algorithm and the flowchart, the differences between flowchart and algorithm, and the computer languages, that is machine language, assembly language, comes under low level languages and high level language. And the advantage of low level languages, that is assembly language, and what is the purpose of this assembly language. And the next one, what is the high level language and the advantage of high level language and the differences between this high level languages and low level languages. Okay, thank you.